All right, hello. And we have week, March 16th
Yep.
is our Monday for this week. And we're finally out of the open and back into regular programming.
Yep. The Open was great. I mean, I think the athletes did great, and we're still in that period of time, athletes, where we're going to continue to do the aerobic conditioning pieces that we've been doing for the Open. We're going to get better at the barbell. We're not going to go completely into the next period of time, not for at least another 30 or 45 days. So same kind of intensity, a lot of the same kind of movements. You want to start with Monday? You want me to hit it?
I'm going to do Friday.
Okay, let me do Monday. So this is what I want to do. We want to continue to layer muscle mass on you guys. We now have the opportunity to test that any way, anyhow, that we can put muscle mass on your body, wherever it is. That's what we're working on. We're big fans, as you guys know, on pushing and pulling. If you look at the warm-up, we'll have bands when you guys come in, set up on the rig. What you guys will do, teams of two, is you're gonna have one athlete, if you will. You'll just keep working. One athlete will work 10 chest press, right? And then on that same band, you'll have different resistance. You'll do 10 retractions. Your partner will do 10 chest, 10 retractions. And we'll just keep working back and forth for 8 minutes on that. Now this is a typical Monday, 4 rounds. You progress yourself or scale yourself accordingly. There are 4 movements. We've been doing a lot of 3 movements in those 4 rounds. No, you can't believe it, but round 1, there are 10 burpees. Just get your butt on the ground, get up, give me a little jump. The way this is written is every round 2, it goes down to 8, then to 6, and then to 4. But let's drop from there. We want this lunge piece. Now the way this is written is, I can hold on,
Let me see if
I can stand, sure.
Yeah, see if I can demo it here.
Yeah, the way this will work is she's gonna lunge forward with the left leg and lunge forward with the right leg. That's it. And then she's gonna lunge back with the left leg and back with the right leg. So if you're doing the math, that was 4 reps. She does the same thing again. Left leg forward, left leg back, right leg forward, back. Then the left leg goes back, forward, right leg back, forward. That would be 8 reps. You will do 4 rounds of that, or a total of 16 reps. Next piece, we want that hinge, right? Hug a plate, work on your hinge. You guys, we always call it good mornings here, except instead of a weight behind, you've done plates that way. We want you to hug the plate.
And the only thing we want to caution on this is start them light, because when you hug something, it automatically puts your thoracic spine in flexion. And when your thoracic spine is in flexion, sometimes your lumbar spine follows. We still want them locked in and holding, but this is going to be like common. So just watch their backs on the hinge with that front hug.
And guys, remember, slight bend in your knee, right? This is not a straight leg hinge. Slight bend in your knee. And then last but not least, let's jump. Single unders, let's keep working on it. You know, on Mondays, those of you that are working on double unders, it's a great day to practice, right, on our double unders. We'll call you guys together with about 15 minutes left in the class. And obviously, it's our favorite. And we saw this in 26.2. We know, we love the clean. It's great for power, it's great for speed, it's great for athleticism and coordination. The way this is gonna work is Sam will have a full minute. Her job is to do from the hang, 5 hang power cleans. They do not need to be unbroken. We're looking for technique. Obviously, we're looking for speed. On the next minute, I would go. Ideally, if we can climb and load, we both want to be able to do that. Now on Wednesday, what we did is we took something that we normally do out on Wednesday and we kind of plugged something in. We normally do squat, press, and deadlift. We exchanged something. If you take a look, we did bench press this Wednesday. So let's look at the warm up. Individual, just grab a wall ball. Should be moderate weight. Might seem a little silly, 40 on, 20 off. Press out, bring it back. Press out, bring it back, 40 seconds. The next time, 3 times on that. This is an AMRAP that you're working through. The next time, bicep curls, right? 1 and 2 and 3, and then last, you'll hold that hinge deadlift. So this would be, you're moving through the 40 seconds. 3 press outs, 3 bicep curls, 3 hinge. 40 seconds is still in play. Go back to the press out, go back to the bicep, go back to the hinge. I want you to remember when we say rest, where you left off. Why? Memory. We've been talking a lot about memory, neuroplasticity, dementia. Remember where you left off, and then do me a favor, start back up on that. Now from there, we're going to the bench. Higher reps, lower loads. We've done this rep scheme before. 15 on the first, make sure your partner is there for spotting. Then obviously 12, 9, 6. Next, a little bit of a strength piece. Once again, unbroken dumbbell bicep curls. We can stay neutral grip. We can do supinated grip, either or, whichever is comfortable for your shoulder. And then also banded, hanging down from the rig, tricep extensions. So you will do 15 biceps, 15 triceps, 3 rounds. All of those movements are unbroken. And last, we're deadlifting. 12, 9, 6, 3, all right? 12, 9, 6, 3, obviously. From there, I'm going to kick it to Sam. That is going to be the 16th, 18th, and Friday the 20th. Sambo.
Yeah, so Friday could be a little bit of a SHIT show. The main event on Friday is our coach Trish's late grandson would have been 11 years old this
Correct.
year. Then every year we honor his memory and do his workout. His workout is a monster.
Yep.
It was originally created for the CrossFit kids. Sometimes their attention span's a little bit better than ours. So it was scaled up for the adults, and then it was rescaled for, at that time, our Legends program.
Yep.
On the website, in the programming, will also be the original version of this, if you'd like to look at it and even pattern it in your gym. But let me describe Theo's workout, because the amount of time that it's gonna take to set this up and get it going, we're gonna run short on time with 5 rounds of 5 reps on a back squat. So we may make a game time decision to cut this off at 3x5, but we don't know yet. Theo's WOD, we're gonna do it Fight Gone Bad style in teams of 2. The partners are gonna have to agree on a load for the barbell. The barbell work is gonna be a deadlift, a clean and jerk, and a front squat. So likely it will be the jerk on the clean and jerk or the push press that's the limiting factor. But for some of our people, it might be their squat if we're requiring full depth. So whatever that limiting factor is and whatever the load is, that is the same weight that's on the bar for the deadlift, the clean and jerk, and the front squat. We forever get the question, but coach, I can do more on the deadlift. I know, but your deadlift is gonna be whatever the limiting factor is. So they'll have one load on the barbell, and the athletes will have agreed on the load. So the way this works is, if Ed and I are partners, every minute on the minute, we have not yet decided, but we may put a 10-second transition, which still isn't enough, in between these minutes. But minute 1 would be rowing for calories. Now, if I'm slow as molasses getting off the rower, we may decide that Ed's gonna row the full minute, and I'm gonna, for the first minute, and then I'm gonna start the step-ups in minute 2. If you know what working for a whole minute is on a lot of things, I may not be able to make that whole minute, so maybe Ed picks up the second half of my second minute, which is step-ups, and then we're gonna share probably 30 seconds each on the deadlift. We're gonna share 30 seconds each on a clean and jerk or push press. We're gonna share 30 seconds each on a front squat. That one's gonna be a ball buster. And then minute 6 is a challenge. The reps are scaled to make it doable for each. I would do 10 single unders and then 3 burpees over the barbell. And then Ed would do 10 single unders and 3 burpees over the barbell, sorry. And our goal with this would be reps. So however many times we can get that done. We rest it down minute 7 and we do 2 more rounds of that. This will be very complicated for our gym. However, the full-on Theo WOD's very complicated and strung out. The way we'll set this up is a rower, a box, a barbell, and a jump rope in one area, and that's one station. So they'll get all their stuff set up before. That's what's gonna take the time. So working backwards, we will back squat prior to that, so their front squat should be nice and warmed up. And then prior to that, we'll get them ready for all the squatting with 1 and 30 minute deep rig squats like we did for today's open. And then, or this is not today, but Friday's open. And then 5 rounds of 30 on, 30 off with a single dumbbell in the front rack, front squats to targets, so that we're getting that depth. Do you have anything to add? Because I know this is the first time you've seen the 5x5 is going to get bumped to a 3x5.
Yeah, we'll see. Ideally, guys, we're going to continue to emphasize back squat, front squat, bench press, all of those what we call power lifts. So you're going to start seeing a little bit more of that. We've been doing more front squats because we knew in competition season the barbell's usually in the front like a thruster. So you'll start seeing more back squats. We'll get some of the rust off you guys, making sure your mobility is there. And that's why we wanted to make sure you got a taste of that outside the open. So that's why we have it this week. Got it?
Got it.